Oh. Oh no.
Welcome back, everybody. We apologise for that technical glitch. I think Merck's lovely, relaxing voice has relaxed my Xbox so much it decided to switch itself off.
I have bad news for everyone watching. Steve-O has just retired on his final lap in Q1. And that means that was that 6 drivers are out Q1 instead of the 5.
It still looks like Steve-O's in P15, so he should get through, surely.
But he won't participate in the next session.
Ah, right, okay.
But yeah, Gaz never set a time in the end. But we have 2 Toro Rossos out in the bottom 5. Jules told me he had a DRS failure, which obviously doesn't help at all. But the Ferraris, Freeman was asking about Ferraris, and they
So
scrape
Ferraris, yeah, so
Just
P14 for STOH.
through.
I'm sure Scott's got more pace than that.
Yeah,
surely.
I'm sure he does. He usually does anyway. But it's closely contested with the top 5. Gareth poked his car up there as well. But 2 Toro Rossos out after their strong performance in the last couple of races.
So unfortunately then, Steve-O retiring then. He doesn't make it through, so we're going to have 14 in Q2. So we lose Steve-O, SLR Laney, Run the Jules, John Z, Ned Claw and V-Dubs Gaz. He didn't set a time in the Haas. Letting the Haas team down there, V-Dubs. After such a great performance by a present Haas driver for Div 2.
Well, anything can happen in the race, starting from last, as I think you will know very well yourself.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I've had a chat with Gaz and told him how to do it, but you definitely start P20, you're guaranteed top 10, easy.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he'll embrace the rain period in the race when we get to that. But I expect drivers to be coming out on the mediums. We have Hicklin who selected the hards. Let's have a look who's coming out. We have a Racing Point of Plain Teddy on the softs as he
jumped straight across the
makes a mistake coming out the pit exit.
Sure, he'll get a little warning for that. He's come out on the softs, so
yeah,
quite a mix then. To be fair, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers on the softs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the mediums, and only 3 opting for the hards.
Yes, I think the people on the hards will probably go on the mediums at the end of Q2, as Lewis has now selected them himself, so that puts it down to 5 drivers. 2 cars out on track on the softs, so it's going to be interesting to see if they continue strategy or not. Depends how early the rain will come, but from past experience with the rain around here, I know the rain comes very quickly.
Looking at that, with the pace that original set in Q1 and Youngie and even Hicklin, they possibly could get through on the hards, hoping to last till the rain comes, and with a tank full of fuel, I don't suppose the mediums are going to go that far on the first
exactly. No, I think probably 11 laps, 12 laps push, But if you want them, I guess they'll try and make them last longer if the rain comes any later than that. But of course, this is the longest race, or will probably be the longest race of the season anyway.
Yeah, yeah, we're guaranteed a couple of safety cars, I'm sure.
Yeah, after coming from the shortest race of the season, or what's known as the shortest
cheeky
race.
Then.
Yeah, get a little toe off the Ferrari.
Yeah. Looking neat and tidy so far.
I think we should see him.
Oh, he's gone deep there.
We should see him at the top of the leaderboard if he keeps it together.
As well into the hairpin.
Yeah, I think this is the stage of the lap where the tyres start to overheat a little. Oh, what's a poor exit from out of there. But yeah, if I was playing Teddy, I would abandon the lap. But it's up to him. He's the one driving the car.
Yeah, I mean, ooh, it's all out of shape. Ooh, yeah, he's got to abandon, surely.
No. He carries on. Well, he's going to put the fastest time on the board, but it will definitely not be the fastest time once the next car comes across the line, which is a Haas, I believe, of Neelix. He will probably go faster and should go faster. That's
going to go 138.2.
Smoke says overheating softs. I think we saw, well, especially the rears looked like they were going on that lap.
Youngie's invalidated his lap.
A Mercedes, and that is Craig on the softs. 138.1.
Got Hicklin now. Oh, Hicklin coming now. Look. Oh no, he's invalidated.
Yeah, so I think he might be coming in the pits. Yes, he is.
Let's have a look at Scott then. He's on the mediums. Oh, he goes deep as well there. Coming to the hairpin now, see what he does. It's a tighter line.
Gareth about to cross the line. And he goes fastest on the mediums. Good time from the McLaren.
Have a look. So Scott just coming into the bay now. See what he can do.
Scott's run out
the final corner.
Quite early on.
Goes fifth, sorry, 139.0.
And Teddy is going again, which I think is an odd choice, because if you start on 3 lap old softs plus an in lap, you're going to be pitting very early.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at Youngie now. He's done a lap already, invalidated now. Around for attempt number 2.
So, Dark Zen, championship leader, is on the mediums behind Youngie and a couple of cars.
So Youngie, a 39.5 on the hards. So
compared to originals 39.0, so on the hards as well.
Yeah, let's have a look. Are they the originals coming in actually? Yeah. All these top 8 have set a lap now, so they'll all be coming in, I should imagine. Hicklin on his out lap. Xenon. Have a look at him.
Down in end of sector 1. Not purple. So Gav's time is certainly good, as I say.
Playing Teddy on 3-lap old.
3-lap old softs. He's going to have to try and beat that surely with mediums. Or
Another brand new set of softs, yeah.
Yeah. Get a flag sector 2. I think that is Youngie getting out of the way of Lewis. Lewis has run out of deployment already. As he comes now to the final couple of turns. And he does go fastest by 0.3 of a second.
Lovely lap. Lovely lap. So let's have a look at what Zenon does. He's just coming around the final corner now. Goes P2. He's not
almost
right in
matches in matches time. So I expect to see them two through to the next session, and that is good news for Dark Zenon. He needs to out-qualify his championship rivals. Let's try and hold on to his championship lead as the...
Okay, so Hicklin on the hards goes purple.
That's good for him. So maybe Hicklin was sandbagging in Q1.
Let's have a look what he can do.
Yeah, Youngie says these boys are fast. Well, Youngie, you're fast too, so I see some fast lap times.
Hicklin lost a lot of time in the final sector, whether he was held up by traffic or not, I don't know, but...
I think he was must have just been the hards, not having the grip, as the softer tyres do. Deadpool is the only man not to set a lap time yet. But he is on a lap now.
So Youngie coming back out now on the new set of mediums.
Youngie says hard support in the final sector. I think that just demonstrated it with Hicklin's lap sort of tailed off towards the end. But I'm sure we will see him racing back to the pit lane and onto the mediums very soon. We've got any more drivers on the lap?
I think Paul's on a lap, but it doesn't look lightning quick, to be honest.
No, it's not. Let's see what he does, and he needs to set some sort of lap time. Try and get him up there. He needs to be somewhere low 38s. I don't know, high 38, sorry. Low 39. Well, I mean, probably in the 38s will probably get you through at this stage. His drivers will probably and inevitably improve their lap times. So let's see what he can do coming up to the final two corners. He's probably going to miss
totally
out
of the RS as well.
He does go 38.8, so he is there.
Well, I stand corrected.
He is on the bubble.
As they say on Top Gear, if it looks slow, it's probably fast.
I think that was just a controlled lap from Deadpool, not pushing the limits too much. He knows he had a set time. Whether it'll be fast enough or not, we wait and see. Youngie has just started his lap. Takes the
Is
right
he going to be
amount
safer with that 38.8?
It's going to be close. I think he feels the red balls down. You're going to be looking over his shoulder. We'll see. 0.5 up through the first sector is Youngie, so there you go. I think if he just completes this lap like he has been doing through the first sector, then he should sail through to the final part of qualifying. One's a little bit wide on the exit.
Ooh.
Probably going to lose speed along this short straight. 1.4 seconds up, so that would put him...
And purple in the middle sector, yeah.
A low 38 at the moment, with more time to find in the final sector for sure, so could we be seeing the benchmark lowered even more? Because I'm sure this is going to be a 37 if he keeps it together. Hops over the curb, doesn't get invalidated. Comes up to the final couple of turns. What's it going to be? It's a 37.4, and that is fastest by just under 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, there's the benchmark then, isn't it? Yeah. So you're looking at. Oh, Lewis comes in there. He's got 37. Oh yeah, it was Lewis on it. Yeah, I thought it was original. So original, what's he going to do?
On a lap as well.
Yeah,
he's 1.9 seconds down. So I think he's going to go again. So he's under threat after setting good pace in qualifying 1. Can he pull a rabbit out of the hat, so to speak, and launch himself out of the bottom 5? I've seen Orange Crush come out on the soft compound tyres. We have Riggs in the chat saying, "Let's go, Scott." Sporting his fellow countryman in the Ferrari as Crush has hit the inside wall at the hairpin. He's at the end of sector 2 on his out lap.
Oh, that's not what you want to do with 34 seconds left.
No. He's in a race to get to the checkered flag. We should have enough time. Just. You can't really slow down, so yeah, with about just under 10 seconds to spare, he's going to be the last man to cross the line. He has only had 6 seconds when he crossed the line, so this lap or nothing. As Deadpool is the man in danger. Having said that, Scott is 6 seconds
Hicklin
down.
is up. Sprightly is one. He's a second up. Is Sprightly. So let's see what he can do in this final turn. Can he get into?
Does.
Oh yes, he can. 38.4. Okay, so let's go back down to Hicklin because he was up as well. But he's a second up as well, and a sector 2.
Put him.
So it looks like Crush is under pressure here.
Crush is under pressure, but he is on the soft tyres. Having said that, he has made a mistake on his lap, so Crush is under pressure. As Scott pits, so he's out as well, and Original is up by over a second. So I think we might see both the Red Bulls out of this session.
Here comes Hicklin now across the line. B7, yeah.
B7,
pushes
so it's
Crush
all up
out.
to Original. And he can beat the lap off. He's on a decent lap, and he's out of fuel, I think. I think he's out of fuel.
Oh no, what are you doing?
Oh no, he's out of fuel. Can you believe it?
Original, 1.1 up.
That is heartbreak for the Williams. That saves.
What about Crush?
Crush's.
Crush decided to have a break.
I think. I don't think he knows he's the last person to finish. But yeah, he's unfortunately out of this session. And Zach survives courtesy of Original running out of fuel, coming up towards the double left-hander.
Oh.
And
is that all gameplay though by Original? The reserve driver coming in, topping Q1, possibly getting near the top of Q2, thinking, I don't want
let's have a look.
Well, I'll run out of fuel. Yeah.
He said he doesn't look like he's happy in the stream chat, so yeah. Smokes asked if it's on strict corner cutting, but he was saying that a few lines looked a bit questionable. We do know that track limits online are sometimes questionable. Let's still wait and see. But yeah, unfortunately, original was on a good lap. Fellow Williams driver.
So there we have it then. Youngie sets the Q2 pace of a 1:37.4, followed by Lewis, a 1:37.7. 1:37.7 is at Dark Xenon. Plain Teddy 1:38 dead. Gareth in 5th on a 1:38.1. Also 1:38.1 Craig FK. Hicklin 1:38.2. Also 1:38.2 is Neelix. Sprightly 1:38.4 and Zacky's Beast is 1:38.6. There, your top 10. Unfortunately, we lose Orange Crush, Deadpool, ST20H, and Originals. Unfortunately, they're running out of fuel.
Yeah, so let's see if we can get some predictions for pole position. Yeah.
Well, that's mixed it up a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he would have probably been my pick, considering his Q1 pace, but I'm going to have to go with probably, I'd say either Youngie or Lewis for me. I'm going to say Youngie as my prediction for pole. Riggs says
okay, I'm
Scott,
that.
even though he's out. So yeah, that's not going to happen. I know he's Scottish. I know he's Scottish.
Yeah,
but
we can't bring him back for Q3 just because he's Scottish. No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go left field here. I'm gonna say Neelix is gonna be up there. I think he might surprise us. No pressure, Neelix, if you're listening or watching.
Yeah. Well, he needs something, especially in the championship. I know there's still 7 races to go, so anything can happen, but 30 points is still a big gap. If you look at it on face value, if you get it under a race win. But we have
as we know from yesterday's race, anything can happen. We had a safety car first lap yesterday, or is it start the second lap? Then a VSC, and then another safety car, then another VSC, and then another safety car. So, yeah. We might not even get any of the top 3 the championship leaders finishing the race. Not to put a jinx on it or anything, but it definitely spiced things up a little bit.
Yeah, and it would allow. I mean, there's still people outside of the top 2 that are definitely in the championship hunt. If Dark Xenon has one bad race, then they could just slash the gap down. But a few predictions we've had Zenon, who Youngie himself said Zenon. So he hasn't picked himself the pole.
Okay.
He's picked the championship leader. So has Darnell said Zenon. Youngie says Lewis as well as pace. So he's kind of trying to deflect. Trying to deflect himself from all the attention, as Dark Xenon has now started his lap. Steve-O says Youngie, and then he says, I thought streamers shouldn't be biased.
Oh, yeah, because he's a Haas driver. It never even entered my mind, Steve-O, honestly. Anyway, we're on board with Zenon. He's the first one to attempt a lap. See how we do.
Yeah, Steve is also cheering on his teammate. But yeah, Zenon is coming through sector 2 now. They come up to the Singapore Sling, reprofiled in recent years, just to be a one left-hander, and to a right up towards the Anderson Bridge, and over the Anderson Bridge to a tricky hairpin where the car wants to run wide all the time as we go to this little mini straight. I think they could add DRS here. I thought they did add DRS here actually.
Didn't they have that in? Was it 2017 they had DRS in there? I'm sure they did. I'm sure one of them.
I thought they had it. I thought they
second.
had it in last year's race, but Maybe not. Comes up to the middle of the chicanes in the final sector. To the last chicane. Important to get a decent run out of here. Just slingshot yourself around the double left-hander. Runs a little bit wide. That's going to be a 1:37.0 as the benchmark.
Okay, so that 1:36.8 is looking safe at the minute. So who have we got next?
Neelix is crossing the line next. 4/10 slower.
Oh, there you go. 4/10 slower. Yeah. Jackie's Beast.
Hicklin's up there. I think Youngie's crossing the line and he has smashed the lap record from Div 3.
By 4 100s, is he? Yeah.
He
6
has
100s, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he just about got there.
Okay, so Gareth now coming around the final corner. What can he do?
Lewis as well.
1:37.0. That's a good effort.
Popped himself in there. And yeah, I think the top 4 quite close together. I think they, at the moment, are the ones to watch out. Well, Craig is invalidated and so is Sprightly. So for the first runs, it's Youngie who has come out on top so far. Can anybody beat that time? You will wait and see.
Yeah, of course they can. Neelix is going to beat that time. I've already told you.
I think Sprightly's going to go again. Seems like he has enough fuel. He's got track to himself.
Yeah, why not? Don't have to worry about traffic. Just put your foot down.
Going to be low on fuel coming the end of the lap.
Well, he's gone purple. Sector 1.
Bit of a
Is he
narrow
going to
line
have
into
enough
there.
tyres?
Yeah, that too.
Lap? This will be interesting. Has he gained or lost time? End of sector 2.
So look, he's coming up to the split about now. He's a little bit down.
Oh. Yeah.
I think I saw that the likes of Neelix were about 4/10 faster than that, and obviously Cole's 7/10 quicker than that. So the tyres will be crying out as we come to here. Scrapes the outside wall. I think he might be coming in. No, he carries on. Just going to set a lap just for a reference. But it is slowest of all time sets so far.
Yeah, so he had the tyres in sector 1, but on the second lap, his second attempt on the same tyres, he's just lost so much time. It just shows you how much the tyres are important. Keep them at their best.
Definitely. I think Gareth went again actually. But didn't improve. Plain Teddy as well. He went again. He's only 37.9. Craig is on an outlap. And I think this will be his one and only lap.
Yeah, he
for
invalidated
Q3.
his first one and he's coming. Yeah. So we're on board then with Craigie.
Who else we got around here? I think Neelix is on an outlap at the moment. As well, so he's opted to come out early. Get some clear air.
So here we go then with Craigie. Have to make this one count. He's definitely not going to have enough time to get back in and out again.
Teammate gets out of his way. You probably could have given him a cheeky toe. Huh?
You'd have thought he'd have gone, I'm on you, mate. Follow me down this straight.
Yeah. He decides against it. See what he's going through sector 1. 26.9, pretty competitive from what I've seen. Can he finish the lap? Well, because this middle sector is tricky in itself, and final sector's not that much harder, you know. Well, not that much easier, I should say. Misses the apex slightly there. He could probably hop over that curb.
Yeah, a little bit conservative there, wasn't he?
Looks like he knows he needs to set this lap. He's kind of probably driving within himself at the moment. Decent through the middle sector still. He's not too bad at the moment. He'll probably put himself around his teammate. Hops over that curb. Lucky not to get invalidated. Tricky little chicane, this one. Well, I say chicane, the long chicane, anyway. Another right-left towards a double left-hander. What will he set? Well, this put him, I think, it might have been top 5. It doesn't. He loses a lot of time in the final sector.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely took his foot off the gas a little bit there.
Neelix
Come on then,
heads down
Neelix.
to sector 1. Makes a narrow line into the event, and he backs out.
Okay, so right then.
So we're going to have our final runs. Original's left.
Original's left the session.
Let's try and get him back in.
So Hicklin on a lap.
Let's see if we can get original back in. But yeah, I think they're all starting their final laps now.
So Hicklin's on, see what he's done, and the sector 2, has he improved? Oh no, he's over a second down, of half a second down.
Oh, Dark's then got 5 place grid penalty. I didn't realise that.
Doesn't look like Hicklin's going to take pole. Zacky's Beast is on a race now to make the start-finish line because he's invalidated.
Yeah, so Darkzen's got a 5 place grid penalty for hitting Lewis. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I don't think Sprite is going to make the line either, as Hicklin's pitted.
Here comes Gareth to start his lap.
Yeah, I don't think Sprite is going to make it, unfortunately.
No.
Going to run out of time.
Oh, so Craig's gone in the pit.
Yeah.
Oh, how unlucky is that? Literally another second he'd have made that.
Oh, Zach's backed out. Yeah. What's he going to do? Well, I see he's 5/10 up on my screen. So, yeah, he's at a 35.9, and he has absolutely smashed it out of the park. And we get a woe. I think we're going to get a few more woes in the in the chat.
I know.
Neelix has popped himself up into P3.
Perfect position, that. Perfect position for the Haas.
Lewis
Love it.
Lewis is down, so he won't improve. Plain Teddy.
Forward with Gareth.
Oh, Plain Teddy's
10th down.
Plain Teddy is spun in the final sector. I don't believe Darkzen's on an outlap, but it's a bit of a glitch for the game, and he's gone second fastest, and that's a front row for the Williams.
Gareth nearly loses it. Start of sector 3, sorry.
He's down in this time as well, I think.
Yeah,
he's backed out by the looks of it.
So that's it then. That looks like your top 10.
Yeah.
Youngie there with an impressive 35.9. Certainly smashes the old Div 3 record there.
Yeah, I think when he said he was predicting Stennon or Lewis of pole, he was trying to just... He was kind of quietly confident in himself. He said that felt mint. Every corner just linked together nicely. There you go.
Don't you just hate it when people do that? Talk themselves down, and then all along you know that they're going to get pole. Come on, Youngie. You knew it. You knew it.
Yeah.
Admit it. Come on.
So we wait for Gareth to get in the pits. It's like the Mercedes in real life, playing their chances down.
Yeah, we've got Div 1 Youngie.
Yeah, so Dark Xenon will not start second. As he got a high pace grid penalty for some collision with Lewis that I did not see. And I'm sure we will see later on after the race.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be in the steward's inquiry, I'm sure. So there you have it, there's your top 10. I'm Youngie with an impressive 135.9. Dark Xenon in P2, but he's going to start P7. So it'll be Lewis in P2, 136.8. Neelix P3, 136.9. Gareth P4. And it's all gone off. So I can't tell you the rest of it.
I think for Neelix especially for Neelix, he's his closest championship rival. I think his job today is to finish ahead of Xenon, if he can.
Yeah, I think this is going to be interesting, isn't it? I mean, you've got a dry start, so everybody on the tyres they used in Q2, hoping to go, I should imagine, until the rain comes. And we can only go on what we've seen so far this weekend. But it wasn't carnage yesterday. There wasn't any bad racing as such. It was just people making individual mistakes, which was bringing out the safety car. So I don't expect to see that here in Div 3. I expect it to be competitive, and probably people making mistakes will bring their safety car out here as well. But with the rain coming, that definitely makes it a whole different ball game, especially around here. It's going to be slippy, and people might be losing a few wings.
Yeah, I expect that to happen. He only says they're starting at 3 minutes past. Ranga says big dub tonight, please, Steve-O.
I hate to disappoint Ranga, but we've already decided it's going to be a Haas 1-2. I think everybody knows that. So
Dark Xenon, he got hit in the back. So I think that's the game saying that he blocked Lewis.
Ah, right, okay.
Essentially. That's usually what happens when another driver hits you in the back in quali. But I think there's not much
Riggs against Scott.
Yeah, I think if Scott wins this, we a flood in the chat of Riggs. Jules just told me light rain 4 blocks in, so that is over half the race.
Is it the remainder of the race, or is it back to dries?
Well, they said 1 block of 1 block of the 7, I believe. So.
Well, you wouldn't want to be out, would you? If you want to go past that pit straight once it's time for the crossover, because going around here on the slicks and the wet. Ooh.
Because the track's so long, that you don't pit at the right time, you're going to lose out massively. But yeah, I think so. That'll be halfway into the race. So yeah, we'll see about laps 15, 16 or so. Might come earlier than that, might come later. We don't know with this game. Anything can happen.
Well, if that's the case, then those on the hards. Did we get any quali? We did get qualies on the hards, didn't we? They're definitely going to be safe. It's those on the mediums.
I think the people especially people that didn't you have fresh tyres. I'm sure we'll see a few drivers more than usual start on the hards. It's going to be a stretch for the medium runners. They're going to have to hope the rain comes earlier than it says. That's the time they get to about lap 13, and that's when they're going to start to struggle.
And then are you gonna risk it then, thinking the rain's going to come in a couple of laps? Is it worth me coming in? And then shall I do a couple of more laps on these extremely warm mediums and a bit of moisture on the ground? That's going to send you straight into the wall, I'm sure.
I think we're going to see a few laps of skating, and then we'll see if people can keep it on the track. A bit like the 2017 Singapore GP in real life, where there was kind of cars flying off left, right, and centre when it was raining. That's the start of the race. As originals left session, I don't think he managed to get back in time, unfortunately, which is a shame, as he showed good pace.
It'd been interesting to see him mix it up with the regular drivers, because he's definitely got some pace by the looks of it.
Freeman says, honestly, I don't know Strat. I think at the moment nobody knows the Strat, because we don't know when the rain is going to come at all. We could see some drivers having to stop before. I mean, obviously damage will play a part in that as well if they get that early on. Safety cars at the right time, at the wrong time for drivers. As Hickman readies up, and that will mean everybody else will start readying up as the formation will start shortly. So can we have a prediction for race winner in the chat? Riggs will say Scott, so that's one vote for Scott already before even looking. Scope says up the Mercs, so he wants to see good performance from the Mercedes of, who would that be? Hicklin and Craig. I'm sure, I think Freeman will probably say Ferraris. And Darnell says Youngie to win.
I think it's going to be one of them again tonight. I think those who are at the back can just sit back, watch it all unfold in front of them, and hopefully take advantage. But I'm going to go with either Neelix or choice of three for me. Neelix, Gareth or Hicklin, I think might take the win here.
I'm going to go, I think my prediction will be, I think I'm going to go with Youngie. I have been impressed, especially the last couple of races. Well, I say last couple of races I've seen him at the front anyway. He's impressed me. Belgium obviously was unfortunate for him, but last week in Italy was a good race for him.
Yeah, so just looking at the tyres there, you've got Plain Teddy and Craig on the softs in the top 10, so they're going to be the early stoppers. Whether that's going to play into their hands or not, I think they're going to be, lap 5-ish coming in, lap 6?
Yeah.
And then if the rain comes again, so they're definitely, I say definitely, I mean, likely a bit at the back of the pack on some, unless they're going double softs until the rain comes, and then they don't have to do any other tyres, do they?
Exactly. I think we've got quite a few drivers on the hards, which is expected. So I don't count them out. Indeed. So they are now forming up. We wait for the Renault and the Haas cars to line up on the grid, and the lights will go out shortly.
Here we go then. 5 lights. And we are go.
Youngie's got a good start.
Have a look. Nice and clean so far in the first corner.
Oh, there's a
we've
crash
got
in the background.
Some carnage.
I think Mercedes and Craig kind of lost it a little bit, then got caught on the Ferraris. Well, we might have a couple of cars with wing damage.
Sprightly looks okay.
Oh, there's a bit of a nudge at the back with Jules and Scott. Deadpool's got damage. Steve-O's lost up.
Looks like the Ferraris have got out of that unscathed.
Yeah,
John's just lost an end plate.
Yeah. So is Deadpool. So a little bit of a collision.
Not too bad for a bad start.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Who's that?
Young, he just got tapped at the back by Lewis. Lewis looks like he's got a bit of damage now on his end plate. Youngin saved it brilliantly there.
Oh,
like he was going
there's
into
McLaren in the wall. Harris in the wall as well. There's a virtual safety car.
And Neelix got out of that with no damage. We're definitely going to see Gareth.
I'm going to see a lot of drivers. Lewis, Gareth.
Going into the pit.
I see a few drivers in here.
That was so close to Youngie going into the wall there. He saved that beautifully. I think Lewis got a bit hot and missed his braking point and just tapped him on the rear left tyre.
Gareth got caught at the hairpin. He got caught out by 2 drivers side by side. I think they broke earlier than he thought there was, or he broke later. So Lewis has a 5-second penalty.
Speeding in the pit lane. That's not what he needs.
Laney has gone about 2 metres wide at the final corner.
Yeah, so the only 2 drivers into the pits are Gareth and Lewis. I thought there was more cars with damage than that.
Yeah, there definitely was, but unless they're just going to try and stick it out.
Look at that though. I mean, Youngie has took full advantage of that virtual safety car ending. Yeah, he's got a 2.2 second lead over Hicklin.
Especially with Lewis pitting. This kind of go. Plain Teddy's used the soft tyres to his advantage at the start. Ned Claw from the back has gone up 8 places.
Well done, Ned.
Yeah, Gaz as well from the back has gone up 6 places. He's benefited from original leaving the session. Gareth and Lewis crashing. He made his way for passes. The yellow flag is ticked to 2, and that's at the hairpin. That's a Ferrari, a Sprightly. And he's gone straight on. Has he got damage? Yes, he has. He has got no front wing at all. And that's another
massive
virtual safety
impact there to take all the wing off. So Youngie has a 3.3 second. I think that's drivers behind. I think that's Hicklin maybe being a bit conservative and slowing down too much. I think he needs to.
Yeah, well, there is that glitch, of course. And Hicklin gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. There is that glitch with the host isn't allowed to.
Positions changing hands here. Who have we got?
Oh
no, that's Teddy going into the pits, that's why.
Yeah, Sprightly will be going in the pits as well, and he's going to be a long way back. Same with Lewis and Gareth at the back. They're going to have to run their own race. Hicklin is going to be getting out of the way shortly as well, so that allows Neelix.
V-dubs all over the back here of John Z with VRS. Of Run the Jewels with VRS.
Ned Claw as well. Ned Claw's gone for a move. Oh, we backed out just at the last second. But yeah, this is helping out a lot of drivers, and I think this has helped out Darkson in the most. So that's a bit of front wing there on the track. sitting there. Who have we got? And Delaney has got damage. I think this is going to be the tail of the tape. Who can survive? And who can survive well enough?
Great midfield battle here, isn't there? Look at this train of cars coming down.
Laney was damaged from wide. But yeah, I'm sure Gabs will, B-Dubs, Gaz will probably soon enough reach the back of this little train. He's got Jules closely following. It's a long way to go. A long way to go. As Youngie asserts his dominance so far. Hicklin with a drive-through.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. He's got to serve that. So at least that's showing up on his screen, because I know yesterday Entrusted had a drive-through that didn't come up on his screen, so he got disqualled for not serving it.
I wondered, actually I remember watching, I wondered why he was suddenly just ejected.
Yeah, he had no notification that he had a drive-through, and he said he didn't do anything wrong, and he was behind me, and he didn't do anything wrong, so the game just decided to give him a drive-through without telling him.
Oh, Delaney and Scott. Oh, Scott's a bit late on the brakes. Gives Ned Claw a little nudge, but Rubbing is racing, and Scott managed to keep out of the barriers, and they will carry on. Ned Claw keeps the position of P7 after starting P19. He has benefited a lot.
It'd be interesting to see what Ned does here, because I was having a chat to him yesterday, and we're both nice racers on the race course and on the racetrack even, and let's see if he sticks his elbows out and stops Scott getting past him.
Yeah, I think it's up to drivers to be smart in a race like this. There's no point going for a lunge when you're only in the first 5 laps. You can't win the race in the first 5 laps, but you certainly lose it.
Absolutely.
Steve-O is at the back of Johnsy as Lewis and Plainhead go side by side. But Lewis managed to get the position in the end after pitting.
Oh, lovely tight line there by Play Teddy.
Yeah, Lewis has got
all
more
over that
damage.
Gearbox.
Craig in. I think he was on soft tyres.
Let's have a look then. He's definitely going to make a move here, surely. Into T1.
Yeah, they both got damage at the moment. I think both same end plate. Yeah. He's going to go for it. Oh, he does.
Thinks better of it.
Which is smart. He's on better tyres. Going to go for a move here? I think he would. He backed out again. I think he'll have him here, though.
This is a done deal. Yeah, this is a done deal, isn't it?
Who's
protecting though? He's got a lot of ERS. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Oh!
I'm not sure what happened there.
I think he just carried too much speed and couldn't make the corner.
Unless he had the move done. So we have a train here in the middle, coming towards the sector. Jules is coming up to the back of his teammate, locks up a little bit. Laney is struggling at the moment. Gaz picks up a penalty. Yeah, I think we're going to see that come into play as well in the race. But Gaz is hot on the heels of Jules. Steve-O's there as well. He's got past the Alpha.
He must have got a warning for that, old V-Dubs.
Yeah, he's certainly pushing. The Haas driver. I think Laney may, if Jules gets up to the back of him, may just wave his teammate through. As Lewis comes into the pit lane for a second time, so it hasn't gone well at all for the Renault driver.
Oh, he's going to be late on the brakes here, Steve-O. No, thinks better of it. On the grippier tyres.
There's definitely a big train forming now behind the Toro Rosso of Laney. Will he let his teammate go? Nice helicam footage. V-Dubs looks like he's just going to line up a move. Is he? Has a look into the hairpin, thinks better of it, but Jules runs wide.
Oh, there you go. Takes advantage, full advantage there. Well, great move there.
Jules going to fight back. Is he going to? Oh, he's just going to have to concede the position, unfortunately.
Now, is Laney going to be able to hold him up?
He needs. Oh, Gaz runs wide. There we go. Oh, Gaz managed to keep it on track, but Laney can breathe a sigh of relief for now. Steve-O is crawling all over the back of Jules. So he looks for an avenue into the top 10. Oh, as he hits the wall, but I think he gets away with it. Just about gets away with it, and I think he's going to line up
a much better exit. A much better
down
exit.
into turn 1.
Late on the brakes. Late on the brakes. No.
Oh, Jules gives him
inside.
a room. Jules is
Jules
struggling
just
a
let him
little
past
bit.
then. He's let him past, I think.
A little bit. He kind of conceded before he even got there. And I think there's a move going up in the top. For third place, Zach has got past us, and as I said in the top left on the screen, no damage for Zenon. So he's just Zach seems like he's got the pace. The Red Bulls are up in the top 5, and they've survived all the carnage that's ensued all around them, and Zenon has dropped position. But he has gained a few after that start, and Youngie and Neelix at the moment seem to have been at a stalemate.
Yeah, it's been around that 4.5 second mark for the last couple of laps, hasn't it? So let's see what happens. What I am impressed about here is that Deadclaw is increasing his gap over Scott here. Whether Scott's just conserving his tyres and thinking I might have a bit of a lunge later on.
Deadclaw's definitely catching Orange Crush, I feel. Laney is still...
Well, and through all that, I mean, where did Orange qualify? Because he's done well. Let's have a look.
He's gone up 6 places, so he was outside the top 10, so fresh tyres have done wonders, and that is an Alpha and Mayo that I think has gone into the wall and has got big damage on... Well, I said big damage, front and left end plate have gone.
Yeah, so we're looking at that now, and we've got... Yeah, Orange Cross up 6, Nedclaw up 13, V-Dubs up 11. So that's some massive gains there for Nedclaw, Orange and V-Dubs. The biggest loser so far is Lewis, who's down 17.
Yeah, Lewis is definitely needs some sort of safety car.
Looks like Crush is struggling a little bit. Sliding the back end. And like you say, yeah, Ned is definitely catching him.
Gareth picks up a penalty, but he is down in 15th place. Hicklin has come up to the back of Jules, and Lewis sets the fastest lap. So he definitely has pace, but yeah, it's not what he wants at all, as Laney almost understeers into the barrier, and that would have caused a big pile up for you to hit the barrier there.
V-Dubs all over the gearbox now of Laney.
Steve is definitely looking at it. There's a move in the background going on. Hicklin and Jules going at it. Hicklin will dive down the inside. Can he get it slowed down? Yes, he can. That's a very good move from the Mercedes. Jules will try and fight back. I don't think he will. As Laney picks up a time penalty.
Laney picks up another set penalty there.
So they both run deep. I think Deadpool will come at him, but Steve-O is just biding his time at the moment. I think as Gaz picks up another penalty, and I think Zenon's going to maybe go from... No, he just dropped off the back, going for turn 3. But yeah, it is...
Just looks like Laney's got a lot better line out of that final corner, because he does seem to leave V-Dubs. Oh, but he's
say that.
So much closer. Is it going to be a double DRS move here?
While we were looking at this battle, Youngie has extended the gap quite substantially since we last looked. I think Gaz will make that move.
V-Dub definitely makes it stick.
Does make that move. Has he got damage, I think? Oh, V-Dubs does have damage on the front right.
Yes, he does, yeah.
Laney has damage. I think Steve-O's the only one of this triplet to have a full front wing still available to him, as there's a train in the background going behind Hicklin. And I think we're all just eagerly anticipating when the rain will come.
Yeah, they said 4th block, so that you might be right actually with the lap 13, 14, around that, 15.
Pit window is definitely open for the mediums, but yeah, they don't want to be pitting. I'm sure Jeff's in their ear at the moment. Neelix picks up a time penalty.
Neelix picks up a 3-time penalty as well.
Yeah, that's not going to help his progress, but Youngie is stretching his legs out front. Let's just check to see if Neelix has got front wing. Yeah, he's got a full front wing, so Zach as well. Zenon's dropped off the back.
Okay, so we might see a move here by Steve-O into the first corner on Laney. He's a lot closer. I think this is a... Ooh,
gives a little bit of a nudge to the inside. But
Laney just says, yeah, go on. I'm going to show you I'm here.
Oh, thought Steve-O's about to lose it. I think he lost the traction. There's blue flags out there. I don't think anybody's lapping anybody yet.
No. I think Laney might get him back here though. With DRS.
Steve-O defends and he's... he smashed the back.
There's the rest of his wing.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate, but
that's definitely
luckily Steve-O
coming to the pit.
Yeah, luckily Steve-O's still facing the right way. Hicklin will be all over the back of him now. He's got to bide his time because he knows he's got a better car than him. Doesn't want to make any silly moves.
This is it. He's going to get him on the hairpin, isn't he? He's going to have to go wide. Hicklin can come in tight. There you go. Plant the foot.
He's have good speed.
It's a really good exit. Yeah.
Crash picks him. Oh, he's gone for the move.
He's gone for it. That's a safety. No.
Oh,
okay.
no,
Are
he's
they both
reversed
okay?
to the track. Jules is
that's
out.
Carnage.
Jules is out. That is poor from Laney. That is... Oh, and Plain Teddy's round as well.
Safety car.
Yeah, safety car. That is very poor from Laney.
Now
I have to say.
What did they do here? Are they going to stay out or are they going to come in? Let's have a look.
They're going to have to... I don't know.
V-Dubs gets a drive-through.
Oh dear.
Screaming under the safety car.
So, I think we've just seen a bout of poor driving from... As the rain's just come down. The rain's just started coming down.
It's got to be worth a risk, hasn't it? Surely
the rain has just appeared.
All those running at the back now, put the inters on and...
I think you just
got
to put the
safety
inters
car.
Because the rain will come down.
There they go. What are they putting on? Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. I think, Mercedes is on. Mercedes has put on the inters. Let's have a look at the tyres. So we've got Hicklin, Plain Teddy.
Hicklin, Plain Teddy. That is probably a great strategy call.
Laney hasn't.
They're going to do a couple of laps under
Gareth
the safety car. Why? Why wouldn't they?
They've got 2 drivers. Oh, 3 drivers. Lewis.
You can see as soon as you come out the pit lane. Then you could see the spray off the tyres. So that's a strange call then by Steve-O, Gaz, Gareth. Laney's come out on the mediums.
Freeman said Laney did nothing wrong. Well, I think the part that Laney did wrong was reversing back onto the track when Jules was coming up to him. Hicklin was at fault for the first move. The move was never really on, and then Laney's reversed back onto the track and hit Jules and caused Jules to DNF and caused a full course caution, and then Blaney has then reversed even more, and I think tried to rejoin the track and hit Plain Teddy as well. Lewis has almost put it in the wall.
So Youngie's just come in and put the hards on. Are they not expecting the rain to get that bad? Look at him sliding through there. That's a really strange call.
I'm not. I'm not sure. Because they're going to be sitting
look at Neelix. He's sliding all over. Come in, Neelix, and put the...
The track's wet. The track's very wet. You go on board with him, I mean...
So it looks like...
Jules has just confirmed
Jackie's Beast, Dark Xenon, Orange Crush, Nedclaw and Scott and Craig all made the right call at the right time.
I think who's that
just coming out of the pit?
Zach is your race leader. I think it all comes down to it because Youngie has caught up to the safety car. I think everybody's made a mistake coming on to the hards, who has done, and the mediums. I
wonder if they've dove into the pit and not changed it manually. Oh, there you go. See, Neelix can't even keep on the track.
Neelix is in the wall. Yeah, that's the wrong decision. I think Youngie has thrown it away at the moment. Long way to go still. We're only halfway through this race, so...
Some strange strategy calls there. Yeah, I think if you've come into the pit, it's automatically going to put you on your strat unless you tell it you want to go on the... Because it wasn't ready. Yeah. It wasn't ready for the inters at that moment, so it's just going to put you back on your strat, isn't it? So yeah, you've got to tell them that you want the inters on.
Exactly. I think it's just when that crash happened, and then about 30 seconds later, it just started raining. It's expecting you just to be on. You just have to be on it, a bit like Red Bull have been in past races. They showed the Chinese Grand Prix from the team where they were on the ball from the safety car.
Youngie's diving in. He's got to dive in. Yep, Youngie's going to dive in. So Zacky's Beast takes over the lead of this race. So I'm assuming that Neelix is going to come in as well.
Yeah, and he's going to have to change his front wing as well, I believe. So, yeah, Red Bulls have benefited once again. Oh, Crush is in. Crush has broken his front wing. Crush has broken his front wing somewhere. It's not good, but Nedclaw from the back of the field.
Nedclaw up to 4th.
From up to 3rd, P19. Started P19, I think, was one stop.
Up 16. Yep.
Up from 19th place on the back row of the grid. Top 4 have played it well here. Zelen, after a disaster in Q3 of getting that 5-place grid penalty, has helped himself out, and I think this shows exactly why so far in this race is in the championship lead, because of races like this, moments in the race where he keeps a cool head and makes the right strategy decision. Crispy says, can't understand why Neelix and Youngie put hards on.
We've just been on about that, Crispy, whether it's because it wasn't time for the inters, and under the safety car you've got 3 laps, so I think those who were thinking about it think I can do 2.5 laps on the inters under the safety car, whether so they've manually changed
the barrier. Neelix has got big wing damage again. It's all unravelling for the Haas driver. He has,
Oh, the rain is really coming down now. Oh, it is even the right tyre.
I think Jules Jeff said heavy rain in 5 minutes. Well, that was obviously before he before he crashed. So I think we are in a bout of heavy rain moment under the safety car, but I think the rain will be, well, as it's predicted, the rain will dry out. It's going to be an interesting
restart. If they're on inters and it's wets, then there could be another safety car shortly after this one.
Yeah, so Neelix is holding up the pack, but he will come into the pit lane with his wing damage once again. Orange Crush is back up into P8, and he will swiftly get up to the back of the two Mercedes. So it's disaster for Hicklin. It's not Hicklin, disaster for Neelix, sorry. I had Hicklin on my mind there for some reason.
Hicklin on my mind, got the Hicklin on my mind. Sorry.
I had, so Neelix has gone for another stop, for his third stop of the race, and he's held up the pack a little bit. So yeah, we had Plain Teddy in the pits as well. He's having a front wing change. It seems like cars just can't keep it on the track at the moment. It's treacherous conditions out on the track.
So the safety car has got to be in this lap, surely. There is a dry line forming though, so that just... Well, I say a dry line forming, a line forming, so...
Yeah.
Inters do probably look like the right tyre.
I think Inters will be, they're going to be skating around for however many laps until it goes back to dries, if it does go back to dry. Hicklin is actually watching the stream at the same time, and he's managed to say nice song. So yeah, I mean...
You're welcome, Luke. You're welcome.
Yeah, while he's sitting in 7th place. So that is in this lap. So hopefully nobody hits the back of anybody.
Is he really going to back him up, or...?
Well, he's going to have to back him up at some point, because he needs to let the safety car get away. The safety car's only, well, about 10 car lengths in.
Oh, he's leaving it really late, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, that means about 4 drivers won't manage to catch up to the safety car.
Yeah, here he goes. He's going to plant it now, isn't he? There you go. Planted it.
Well, I think Johnsy is not actually in the session at the moment, which is holding up Plain Teddy and Laney. Safety car is in, so we will wait and see, as they look like they're going almost 3 wide in the background. Nedclaw runs wide. Youngie's having a little poke around the outside. We only find an avenue pass in the Alfa Romeo on the inside of the Ferrari. You have a little go. Ooh, that was close. Just on the board with Craig there, just watching the drama unfold. Youngie around the outside. We've got 2 Mercedes side by side. Hicklin up the inside of Craig.
Scott decided to have a little look at Youngie. Couldn't keep it. So Youngie back up into 4th after making that decision to go back onto the hards. He's done well. To be back up. Yellow flag sector 1.
We've got sector 1. To be
it does look like
Plain Teddy's out. Plain Teddy is out.
Safety car.
Another safety car. Yeah.
I called it.
Well, as they say, safety cars breed safety cars.
And in all that, we've missed it, but Xenon has managed to get into P1.
Yeah. Yeah, I think through all that carnage in the background, we're going for a little side-by-side action, especially with the Alfa and the Ferrari and the 2 Mercs. But yeah, I think we'll see how much the rain has got a bit more steady. at the moment as they all.
So Owen's saying it's going to be dry in a minute. Let's.
Briggs
could
has
be
said
interesting.
Scott again. I think that's his only word in his dictionary at the moment.
Well, he's in a decent position. I mean, as we've seen, you know, it's easy to make a mistake in these conditions. And I mean, Youngie made a great move. It was 3 wide into turn 3, was it?
Yeah.
It all got a bit tight. But I mean, yeah. I mean, hats off to Ned, up into 3rd.
He stayed
Holding
there
his own.
after the safety car.
Yeah.
Managed to keep it clean. So I think Ned Claw was a little bit of a dark horse in qualifying. It managed to get
It doesn't
all
look
done.
like Scott's got any damage. I think somebody said in the stream, has he got some damage, Scott?
Ooh, I can't see from this helicam. It's too far away. This is front left end plate. I can't really tell. It's too far away. Need more of an on.
No, definitely doesn't look like he's got any damage.
Let's see if or maybe front right end plate. Let's have a look. I don't know. Actually, maybe he hasn't. I don't know if he has got damage. Can't tell about helicam at the moment. So let's see. But yeah, it looks like he is fine. From the looks of it. What else we got here? Let's have a look at the position change. So Lewis is back up into 10th place. After that, which he's made some good ground. This will allow. See if we can get the Alpha Bear back in the session. Freeman says they're going to have to box in the next couple of laps. Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah, well, that's halfway through the race, and we've only lost 2 runners, but had 2 safety cars and a virtual safety car, and a lot of position changes. Starting in 7, qualified P2, but had a 5-place grid penalty, so he's now up 6 places. Zacky's Beast up 4. Ned Claw, the biggest winner out of all these so far, up 16 to P3. I'm Youngie is down 3 to P4. 2IH up 8 to P5. Hickling down 1 to P6. Craig up 2 to P7. Orange Crush up 3 to P8. Sprightly up 1. And Lewis Randolph top 10 down 8 places. Then we've got Dare Paul up 1, SLR Steve up 3, V-Dubs Gaz up 7, and then we have some losers in Gareth and Neelix down 10 and 12 respectively, Johnsy up 2, and then Laney down 1 in P17.
Yeah, I think who's this period? I think it stopped raining actually. The track looks
definitely stopped raining.
The track is still very greasy though, so safety car stays out one more lap. I don't know. Safety car's probably going to come in this lap though. Having said that,
Lights still flashing, or have they gone solid? Nope, still flashing.
I think we'll find out when it gets to sector 3 because that's when it notified last time. But we could, well, I don't know. If the safety car stays out one more lap, I think we'd see a flood of cars in the pit lane, which is older than the safety car.
Yeah, safety car in this lap.
It's in this lap, and it's up to the drivers. This is an interesting restart.
So Zenon really backing them up.
Yeah.
From the start of sector 3. No, decides against it.
You're not allowed to accelerate and then brake hard on the safety car, so as long as he just coasts around, that's what he likes. But I don't think there's going to be much overtaking going on because I think we're going to see a lot of drivers come to the pits within the next lap or two. See when he goes, safety car peels in, he is going, but the safety car's not in yet. He was timed this pit wrong, I think. Oh, there's a bit of a concertina effect at the back. Sprightly is... No, Youngie is round, and there's a lot of penalties going on. Some carnage under the safety car. And Zenon still leads, but Youngie has been forced to pit, and he'll be put on the dry tyres. Because that's about all he's got in the locker. Not sure what would be Craig.
Pickling all over the gearbox of Nedclaw. Oh, so much speed. And that's it. Hickling's gone. Hickling's gone.
Hickling. Oh dear. Oh no.
He went for a very brave move. He would have taken two. He would have had Nedclaw and Zach, but just tapped the wall, lost it. And I can't believe that's not brought out the safety car.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm very surprised. His car's cleared away now, but we're going to see a flood of drivers coming to the pit lane. Nedclaw is struggling in these conditions. So Zenon is the man to beat at the moment. But yeah, safety car should have been out for that. Of all things. As Ned runs wide.
Ned. ST2H takes advantage of that up into P3. Zach is beast in P2. On his crush now back up to P4. Lewis closely behind in P5. Craig in P6.
Freeman wants tyres.
Sorry, Freeman.
Youngie's on mediums. Craig is in. Oh no, Craig has picked up a penalty. Who's in? Everyone's in? No, someone stayed out.
Are they all going in?
Stayed out.
Dark Zenon's gone in. Crush has stayed out. Oh, that's
Crush
a bad
has
call,
stayed
Crush.
out. I think he's had to stay out because he was stacked behind his teammate. Gareth stayed out. Neelix stayed out.
Surely better stack in than going a full lap on these.
Well, I thought so. Gareth slid through turn one. But yeah, Crush is the man to watch at the moment as he's crawling round. He leads this race, but he won't lead it for much longer because the people on the dry tyres.
Youngie has taken the P1.
Is back in the lead of the race after disaster of a restart.
And you've got Zenon in P2.
A poor restart.
Now in P3.
The poor restart from Zenon has caused all this. Has caused Youngie to take his position back at the front. I'm not quite sure how to sum up those last 5 laps, but Craig has hit the wall and has lost a big amount of his front wing. Gaz has made a mistake somewhere and he is going to struggle and he's going to fall now. So he's got Steve-O just crawling all the back of him and he has got no grip at all. He's only now 2 seconds behind Neelix. These top 3 drivers are going to fall. There's a yellow flag in sector 2, I'm not sure who that is. Looks like I
think it's V-Dubs, isn't it? Still. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Must be. V-Dubs is struggling. Youngie's gone around the outside of Gareth. Oh no, of Neelix, sorry. And now he's down the inside of Gareth. And Youngie is making move after move as Orange Crush comes into the pit lane. Oh, it's going to be dangerous here. Oh, Zen and Neelix are side by side. DRS is now after 3 laps after the safety car.
Zenon now has 2.1 seconds to make up.
I think Crush has made a bit of a strategy blunder. He's gone onto soft compound tyres. He's got 12 laps to go.
That's a big ask.
That is a big ask. Gaz has finally made it all the way into the pits. So there's a bit of
Lewis
action.
all over the back of Zacky's Beast.
Let's have a look at that.
A lot tighter. Got a lot better exit there. Is he going to do this? No.
Let's have a, what's happening with Pens, I don't know, and I will wait until the end of the race to see what happens, but I think, from as far as I know, the drivers at the front are fine on Pens. I haven't really seen their name appear much. Not sure what happens with Lewis on the safety car restart, but he has managed to claw his way back after a horrendous start. He's back up into P4 and he's all over the back of
Zenner has found some pace here. He was 2.3 seconds behind. He's now 1.3 seconds behind.
He's smashed the fastest lap off Zenner.
So he's definitely chasing down Youngie here, putting him under pressure.
I can tell
another penalty.
I can tell you has got a lot of penalties, and that is V-Dub's Gaz. But yeah, what else have we got here? Lewis still on the back of Zach, and Zach has got not much pace in the dry conditions. He did find his way up to the front of the field, but has fallen back very quickly. He's still on for a podium finish, which he will try and hang on to as much as he can. Craig put on the hard compound tyres. So
yeah, that's another strange move. Unless he didn't have any new mediums left, who knows? Mediums are definitely going to end, and the better tyre, aren't they? He's
definitely. I mean, hards will last, but you don't need them from now to the end of the race. Not really. I think it's going to be hard for Dark Zenon to get past Youngie. Because I think they have similar pace now, but 10 laps to go when they cross the line. I think it's a 2-horse race as it stands. Zenon definitely has decent pace, and so there's 2 separate battles going on in that second, and for third and fourth.
It looks like Zenon is quicker in sector 3. That's where he seems to be making up all his time.
He needs
have a look at the rest of that. Sectors 1 and 2, Youngie seems to just open up the gap a little bit, and then sector 3, Zenon seems to claw him back in a little bit.
Oh, yellow flags.
Yellow flags. That's Laney gone. That's Laney gone.
Oh, Laney's out. Oh yeah, Youngie's now come up to him. No safety car. Oh, he's right there. I don't know why the safety car hasn't come out for that either. Neelix and Gareth going at it. Oh, we said that. Neelix got passed. So the Nicholas hanging on for a points paying position at the moment.
So Steve-O not really making any ground on Craig. Craig on the hard, Steve-O on the mediums, Scott on the mediums. They don't seem to make it. In fact, Deb Paul is actually gaining on Scott, ST2OH.
Yeah, I think
quite quickly.
I think we'll see that battle emerging. Neelix. Well, we got Ned Claw, Neelix, and Gareth fighting over one World Championship point.
Such a shame for Ned Claw. Did so well the first part of the race, first half of the race. Then the rain came, did even better, and then just lost it.
I think Freeman's just said Steve-O has damage. Oh, as I say that, Neelix has popped his nose up the inside. Just check Steve-O. Yeah, he does. Front left end plate is gone. That's unfortunate for the McLaren driver, but if he can consolidate P6, I'm sure he will be happy with that. And as you said, Deadpool is lining up a move on the Ferrari. He's going to go, backs out. The move's going through turn 1. You go for a move down Raffles Boulevard, or any earlier than that. We'll wait and see.
In about 2 laps' time, I think Scott is going to be under pressure from Orange.
Yeah.
Can Orange make them last
say,
though?
Yeah, that's the question. Deadpool going to go around the outside. Is he going to get it done on the brake? Oh, that is a little bit of a squeeze from Scott. He turned in sharply and has forced Deadpool into a little bit of a half spin.
Gives
but yeah,
Scott a little bit of breathing space though, doesn't it now? I mean...
Yeah, but Orange Trust will definitely, as you say, we can make these tyres last, come up to the back of him for now, but it's going to struggle. Nedcore still holds 1 point in this race on track, and Neelix is ever closer to the back of that race. He's been staring at his gearbox.
It's not just the Haas he's under pressure from, it's the McLaren as well. I think if Neelix can clear him, then Gareth's going to be straight on the back of him as well.
Yeah, exactly. Neelix definitely has...
Gives him a little love tap there.
Neelix definitely has more pace than both the drivers he surround, but he's stuck in the sandwich. Stuck in the middle with Ned Claw and Gareth. Yeah, if I can say
Deadpool's gone.
Oh, as I say that, Neelix has hit the back.
Yeah, safety car.
Safety car, yeah. Neelix has just hit the back of Ned Claw.
Now then, what are they going to do here? Dare they come in for the softs? Dare they?
I think if I am... I don't know, it's hard. Jamie, it's an opportunity. Because you've got a massive gap to Zach's Beast.
Yeah.
So, tyres available. I don't know if they have. Track position is crucial around Marina Bay.
Yeah, but I think Orange has just demonstrated that how much better they are. This late on in the race.
And Gaz is going to pull the trigger. Is he going to get out ahead? He should get out ahead. So Gaz at the back of the field is going to pull the trigger.
Oh, he's got a 5-second wait. No.
Oh, he just missed the launch. Does Youngie pit? No, Youngie stays out. Darkson stays out. Anybody else going to come in? This is your opportunity to become...
nothing to lose. Gaz doing
surely.
that? Yeah.
No, I mean Darkson had the perfect opportunity when he saw Youngie go past. Lewis stays out. Will Craig come in? No, Craig goes on. I think everyone's staying out. Surprisingly. Steve-O
come in and just...
Steve-O's in. Steve-O does have damage, but Steve is in. So he's in. Orange Crush is in.
Crushed.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for him.
Yeah.
Ned Claw stays out. Neelix is in, but he has damage. Sprightly. Oh no. Oh, Neelix is sped in the pit lane. I think that's the second time he's done it, as far as I'm aware. I can't remember. I've seen Oh, I see.
Sprightly stays out.
Zenon said he had no software. Sprightly stays out. I think that is it.
Jonesy now coming up. Is he going to come in? Is he going to risk it? He's got time to come in and still get out in front of V-Dubs. No, he decides to stop out.
So only 3 drivers have come into the pits. Gaz is a long way back. Hopefully he can... where's Gaz? Oh no, Gaz is in the safety car train. And I think they're trying to let him go. A bit of a pile up at the back here.
He has gone. Oh no, he's still there, isn't he? Yeah. Surely he should be able to pass.
Oh, Lewis is a penalty. So Lewis has got a penalty for ignoring yellow flags. That may or may not get removed.
There you go. I think he's gone now. Yeah, he's allowed to pass. Green light's on.
Oh, he's coming to the pits, hasn't he?
What?
Why is he? Is he retiring from the session? Not sure.
Let's have a look, see what he does.
Yeah, he has.
Retired. Yeah.
I think he realised. I think the game
Still
wasn't
sends his car out.
the game wasn't going to let him do it. So
No. The safety car let him pass. The green light came on.
it was odd. I think maybe he was going to get a penalty for overtaking other cars. And I don't know. We'll see. I think we'll probably hear from him and see.
It's going to be an interesting last 4 laps. I should have
sprint race to the finish.
Yeah, as you can see, everybody's got 100% ERS. Oh,
who is
Scott
the
has
man? Who is the man? Well, inevitably, Riggs says Scott. So, yeah. Dear. Let's have a look. So 2 Renaults, 2 Ferraris, 2 Red Bulls in the top 10. Steve-O and Neelix are the ones to watch. Can they get? How high can they get up the field? They've got long to go. Only have about 5 laps.
Yeah, 4 laps, I reckon. Yeah, I think they're going to be looking at, if they can stay smart on the restart, I reckon P5, something like that, P5, P6,
Yeah,
respectively.
I think so. I think Craig is going to struggle.
This is going to be interesting
Steve-O.
because you've got Youngie, Xenon, similar pace. Oh, who just got a 10-second penalty then?
No, I think Steve-O did, but the safety car's in this lap, and that message has come up very late.
Okay, so here we go. What's Youngie going to do? Is he going to plant it now? No.
He's going to wait. Here he goes.
Xenon was very cute to that. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yep. Ned Claus lost speed at the back. Gareth picked up a penalty. Penalty's still to come into play.
Much tighter line in there. Xenon got a much better exit.
What have we got? So Zenon.
Another set.
Yeah, Lewis is probably going to drop quite a big amount, unfortunately. Well, we need to start thinking about drive of the day shortly as well. But there's still anything could happen for the rest of this race. 4.5 laps of yellow flag sector 2. Who's that? Neelix. Neelix is in the wall. There it is.
Still moving, so we're good. It's not going to help Xenon, is it? Oh, there you go. Look, yeah, or just late braking. He's just not got the downforce to stay that close behind him.
It's unfortunate for the Haas driver. So Freeman thinks Scott has damage, but he's got a full front wing. on my screen.
It does look like he's driving like he's got damage.
Yeah.
He didn't go around the final corner. He's very wide.
Damage is, but it's not showing it on the game. It's Gareth. Up the inside Nedclaw. But he's gone off the track to do it.
Now all over the back of Scott. Gareth
Scott
suddenly found some pace.
Yeah. Oh, Neelix is spinning the pit. And Neelix is retired, unfortunately. There's not much else he could have done. It's a big train behind Scott, so this is a battle for P6 for everyone involved. The battle for the lead has not really materialised as of yet.
We'll switch back to the lead in a minute. We'll just watch this train, see if there's any bumping and grinding.
Oh, there was a bit of...
Oh, there you go.
What was that?
That's unfortunate for Gareth. He suddenly found some speed, putting Scott under pressure. That's now given Scott some breathing space.
Nedclaw was the man, I think. Yeah, Nedclaw's got big damage.
The inside of Nedclaw.
Nedclaw's big damage. Shame.
And Youngie
Shame
now
for Nedclaw. Shame for Gareth.
Second.
DRS is now enabled. I think Youngie is. Youngie's going to survive. Senna pushing. Gareth up 2 places. Steve-O and Nedclaw pit. What else we got here? We've got Crush on the back of Sprightly. It looks like a simple move for Crush, as he's making his fresher tyres work. And he has done it.
Yeah, I think he's still got plenty of time. Couple of laps, 3 laps, well, 2.5 laps to catch Scott. I think he's going to do that as well.
Yes. Scott isn't driving. He's driving like he has damage, but his front wing is still intact by the looks of it.
Yeah, doesn't look like there's any damage there.
No. So he was driving like he was nursing something. But we will wait and see on that one. But Crush is closing rapidly up to the back of him. Steve-O picks up another penalty.
Yeah, I think Youngie, the fact that he's been out in front from the safety car restart, under pressure for the first lap of the restart, and then he's just now slowly pulling away.
Yeah, I think I'll give it to Youngie for my driver of the day, if he can get it across the line and finish. Because he's had his fair share of incidents this race, but I think the safety car, the wet weather conditions and the safety car.
Yeah, he had to come in and put on the hards when everybody else put on the wets, and then having to come in and start and fight his way through. It's not a bad shout. What do people in the chat
Owen
think?
Says,
you want to give us your predictions or your nominations for driver of the day?
Owen Freeman, agree with the young driver of the day at the moment. There's not really much going out on track. Crush did get past.
Yeah, he did.
Scott in the end. Yeah. Sprightly and Scott are close.
Looks like Sprightly,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Is that a glitch, do you think? Because there definitely doesn't look like there's any damage there, and it just looks like he's a sitting duck.
Yeah, he's just really slow for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Dorsey said Jules driver of the day. Yeah, I'm sure Jules would love to hear that. Yeah.
Well, I had my drive of the day already in the bag, and it would have been this man on stream now with Nedclaw, had he not made that mistake. But unfortunately,
Lewis picks up another penalty.
We'll go back to Youngie, just about to start sector 2.
Smokes his tyres.
Tyres? Tyres on it this time for?
I don't know. Why he wanted to get tyres. Maybe he just likes tyres. I think.
Got a fetish for tyres.
Oh, Sprightly's gonna have a go down the inside. Ooh, they kind of tiptoe round.
Okay, going back to Youngie then.
Oh, Sprightly's crashed. But yeah, I think Zenon's done well after qualifying. Zach has definitely done well as well.
Yeah.
Riggs says Scott driver of the day.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that is going to be Youngie for the win.
Yeah. Let's see what these penos do.
Could
be interesting. So Youngie comes across the line in P1. Zenon in P2. That stays the same. Saki's Beast P3. Lewis coming across the line now.
Lewis is going to drop.
P4. Craigie.
Oh no, he doesn't.
No, P5.
He didn't have as many penalties.
So he goes P5. Craigie down into P6.
Craig penalties.
Where are you going to come?
No,
he's to P6. Craigie does. Wow. Well, how many did Craigie have?
Craig did have a lot then. Gareth.
So Sprightly comes around then. P9. John Z. I think that's going to be it, isn't it? John Z, and then Steve-O, and then Nedclaw to finish off.
Yeah, that'll be it. I think Steve-O, unluckily, he's going to miss out on points. Unfortunately, he's had a lot of penalties. Oh.
Well saved, Ned. Well saved.
Is
he doing? Hey, bit of showboating.
He's going to reverse across the line.
I'll do a 180 over the line.
Get disqualified, isn't it?
A little bit of entertainment there from Ned to come over the line. P12. Well, what a race. What a race. It was all quiet the first half of the race, and then the rain came. It certainly mixed things up. And then we lost a few drivers, a couple of safety cars, lots of position changes. And there we have our winner. I'm Youngie.
Yeah, he did well. There's 2 on the bounce as well. For the Alfa Romeo man, and he is going to be on a championship charge, I reckon, come the end of the season.
Is it 2 on the bounce? I thought, is it Youngie that's leading the championship, is it? I thought it was Zenon
Zenon's leading the championship. Youngie won at Italy last week.
So there we have it. I'm Youngie takes the top spot. Dark Zenon in P2, Zakis Beast P3, Lewis in P4, Orange Cross P5, ST20H P6, Craig FK7, 8 is SLR Gareth, Sprightly in P9, P10 John Z, P11 SLR Steve-O, and P12 Nedclaw. And then we have DNFs of Neelix, Feedups Gaz, Deport, SR Laney, Hicklin, Plain Teddy, Run the Jewels.
our podium drivers to get in the party, and I think that is all of them in. Yeah. So what you want to do?
Remember to tick your boxes, guys. We'll start with P3 and move to P1. Is that all right? Do you want me to do P3 and you can do? I'll let you do P2 and 1 because you've got that very relaxing voice that the streamers love. Yeah. So great race, guys. Congratulations, you guys. Top 3 here. Zach, take us through your qualifying and your great P3 in the end. You want to take us through that?
I don't know how it happened really. Qualifying, I kind of messed up in Q3, which maybe would be P7, but was darked in and got penalty. I picked penalty. Got 6th. The tyres felt amazing until the rain came, and that's where I struggled. Luckily, most of it was under safety car, so just defended.
Yeah, it seemed to change things when the race came. It seemed to be a bit settled the first half of the race, and then the rain came, and that really shook things up. And then obviously back to dry after the safety car restart. You just seemed to find some pace and be able to stick with the top 2. I mean, and obviously make some overtakes to get there. Did it feel better after the rain, or were you just feeling it not in the rain at all?
Not in the rain at all. It's just impossible.
But no problems when you went onto the dries though, because it did look a bit slippy for the restart.
I had instant grip as soon as I came out of the pits. So.
Excellent, mate. Well, it's a great P3, and well done. Absolutely fantastic, mate. Deserved.
Well, I guess that moves us on to our second place driver, Dark Zenon. After quali, I think you would have probably been a bit annoyed after quali, but you managed to find your way all through the carnage that ensued and managed to pick up second place and I believe extend your championship lead. So you can't be too disappointed with that. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, well, obviously it was with the 5 place grid penalty. It was pretty annoying. I still need to look at it and see what happened. And I actually set a pretty decent lap as well. Well, I mean, we've softened the blow a bit, I suppose. Then, well, I knew the rain was coming, so I knew I wasn't going to be out of it because rain can shake up any race. And well, I was in the lead at one point after the rain, but then the safety car came. After one safety car went, another one came straight after, and it was pretty annoying because I had 2-second gap straight off the front. So I feel like if I didn't get the safety car there, then I could have gone on. But I don't know. I feel like in the dry, Yogi was just quicker.
Certainly looked. It looked like you got a bit unlucky with safety car, but you got lucky and then didn't get lucky. So I think it kind of balanced itself out in the end. But I guess that's what it is. You just gotta manage the safety cars as well as you can, so they won't fall for you all the time. But well done nonetheless. And onto our race winner, driver of the day. Had a bit of a hairy moment when he got spun round, but managed to find yourself back in front, and that is 2 in a row. So well done. Talk us through those final stages.
Well, first of all, thank you for the driver of the day as well. But yeah, I mean, it was a bit sketchy from the start, really. Lewis come down the inside into maybe turn 6, turn 7. Sent me sideways, managed to hold it, but then the rain came. Jeff told us it was going to be light rain, not for very long. So it wasn't just me, but I opted for the hards, but it wasn't light rain at all. I had to pit again for Inters, which obviously dropped me back. And then I believe there was an issue with the safety car in Zenon's restart, which caused the three in front of me to brake and me to go into a spin. But luckily I could get into the pits, get the mediums back on as the track was drying out, and somehow get the lead again off Zenon. And then the safety cars, then the safety cars came. And it was like, both the last two safety cars, I said to Zenon, I said, this is a sprint now to the line. It was like, 13 laps and then 6 laps. It was just who could push the most with used tyres. But it was a good race.
Yeah, I think it was almost like a blessing in disguise. That spin under this safety car restart. This gifted you a win in the end. But there you go.
It did.
That is that for the Singapore Grand Prix.
Yeah, well done, guys. Well done to the top 3. Well done all the races. That's it. This is SLR. Dedicating this weekend's races to all the key workers, just doing our little bit to show our support. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 7 o'clock for Division 1 Singapore. Thanks for watching. See you later.